You know what? I don't think anyone likes this floor. I certainly don't. Two of my favorite YouTubers don't like it either. But iMod's 7-slot run has inspired me to try this crazy one. No gacha, no power creep, no items, no cat cannon, and just 6 slots and a dream. So I hope you enjoy. This run is my best and last achievement of floor 47, so let's get right to it. Floor 47 is notorious for having its tough intervals. With 6 slots, it needs to be a faultless run. My setup is consistent and straightforward. I adapt the bullet train idea from my 9-slot run, and it works out pretty well. So now onto the chain itself. It is, again, simple and effective. No Manic Mohawk makes it slightly riskier, thanks to Manic Eraser sometimes being pretty bad, but it's still fine. In my 9-slot run, I got a chain of 7, which is kind of insane, but it's much more complicated and it is a very, very precise sequence, so there's a lot more mistake potential. And now for the toughest bit of the run, cycling damage on the Puffington. This section caused me quite a lot of pain. Remember that the cat cannon is very important, and don't throw it away because you'll need to reset and lure the Puffington depending on what variation you have. There can be some sight read and variance here, so having practice and experience in this part is invulnerable for min-maxing the damage output. My main tip here would be to try and min-max slime, and actually more importantly min-max bullet train, because slime will always get damage on the Puffington with the shockwave, but bullet train will not necessarily get damage if it's hiding behind Monaco. So that's my main tip. You can see there that was a nice glass timing. I know it's a bit late for me to comment on it, but it was also a good bullet train interaction because I managed to reset Puffington and lure it again for a free bit of damage burst. Anyway, that was a bit of stalling, and now we're at the final bit, stabilizing and cleaning up this garbage here, because this is probably the worst part of the run. It has the most variance and it has the most sight read, and yeah, you're just forced to take damage here from this taxi. I don't really know how you're supposed to avoid it, unless you do a better Taz run. But yeah, it's really, really tough here. One mistake can still cost you the game, so it is really crucial to get a good Bahamut chain going, because you need to regain as much space as possible to stabilize. That's the first bowler wave. I did struggle quite a lot with the bowlers. Most of my losses were to them, but after a lot of the losing, funnily enough, you do get a good amount of knowledge about what is optimal on this part. So yeah, anyway, the bowlers, I did manage to get past them fairly safely, and now it's just onto the Bahamut chain. I did regain quite a lot of space here, so it's a very, very, very good Bahamut chain, I would say. And from here, this is the third tacky wave, so all I need to do is survive this and one more tacky wave, and I will win, which is kind of insane to say, but yeah, I was like sweating at this point, and I did not want to lose this one because I'd already spent at least, I'd say in total, 5 hours on this stage playing just runs, so I did not want to miss this slime and lose the run. So there's the Owlbow coming in. There you go, you can die now. And the Tacky is also 1 knockback away from dying. It did get a shot on my base, but I still have 2 rounds of Tacky damage before I lose, so there's a bit of safety net here. This is the last bowler wave, I believe. Yes, it is. Comes in, there's a Tacky. Stupid fucking Tacky, bro. I hate Tacky, but I still just need to stabilize this. There's no Owlbow, so it should make this Tacky rush down a lot easier, and I actually managed to do it without taking more base damage, so yeah, well done to me, I guess. Nice that slime gets me a bit more space there, but once this Tacky dies, it is pretty much the end of the run. You can't lose from here on because there's just realistically no way to choke, right? There's not really any way to choke the run, but you'll see later that I did. So fast forward just a little bit, and my hands are sweating so much that my phone starts to misread my inputs. So I started clicking on my Mii Shield timings, but it missed and I nearly lost, but the last second clutch cat cannon did reset our Val attack, and I did regain composure and not crash out. So that was like the last possible mistake I could have made in this stage. Like, I literally nearly lost a sweat on my phone. It is just stupid. I did pause the game though. I guess this is cheating, but I needed to wipe the sweat off my phone. So please bear with me and don't say the run is cheated because I'm just wiping sweat off the phone bar. It's not that. Anyway, again, the rest of the stage is fairly simple. I really didn't want to lose, so it took me quite a while, but I did manage to get there in the end. That's about it. So I'm not going to be playing this stage more or with harder challenges because I think 5 slot is like impossible. The intervals that you need are like really tough and like really hard to sight read. That's just something for someone else. So I'm gonna retire Heavenly 47. I hope the content is worth the hours of gameplay. Yeah, that's about it. 6 slots done. Really happy with that. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.